can you start by just telling us about the songs you performed?
We played I Know We'll Never, and a song called May Holiday, and then another song called Come Away With Me, which are all songs that I've written for my record. And I think that was a kind of slightly a stripped down version, because we usually have a band that we play with. So yeah, those are the songs.
How does it sound normally when you're doing it with a band or a
much
record?
louder for one, and
it's got another guitar player in it.
Yeah, and there's bass and drums and other vocals, and I think we've only been playing together for about like 5 months or so, and the sound's kind of been developing over that time. I think there's quite a lot of kind of imagine it to be quite a sort of shimmering, kind of washy sound, and I think we've become a bit bolder in what we're doing over the last few months, to the point of I don't know, like we played some gig in Cardiff the other day, and it was this kind of quite nice little twee pop night, and we have quite a lot, and then suddenly it's dawned on me that we're actually quite a noisy band, which I'm quite pleased about. So.
How long have you been working on the solo material? I mean, did you start off by working on it by yourself and then bring others in?
I started, I left the Pipettes song almost exactly, over a year ago now. And so I spent a few months kind of getting myself together and working in my bedroom on some songs, and then I started to record them with my producer for my record, and kind of was thinking I did a few gigs on my own, and I was really keen to, I wasn't really that interested in being one of those kind of earnest singer-songwriters that kind of sits there with the piano, and I thought that the songs needed a little bit more than just what I could offer them. So kind of was stressing out about how to form a band, but weirdly it was quite easy.
Fell together.
It was it really fell together. It was kind of oddly easy. We kind of just got a group of us together. When was it? August or September or something?
Late September.
Yeah,
September.
just kind of started
After the summer.
Started playing, and that was it really.
I
compared to what you were doing before with the Pipettes, it sounds, I mean, I've just heard what we've heard out here, it sounds very, very different.
Yeah.
Because obviously the Pipettes was what it was, and
Yeah.
this is you. What is it you're trying to achieve in terms of the style of music?
Well, I suppose I mean, it would be pointless for me to do sort of, you know, to be drawing on exactly the same things as the Pipettes did. I mean, I might as well not have bothered leaving if that was
Yeah.
what my intention was. But I suppose this is far more a far more personal project, and drawing on quite potentially different priorities. This isn't about. I mean, the record isn't going to be a record of sort of singles in that way. It's not. I hope for it to be, without sounding really old-fashioned enough, like more of a whole record, which kind of has kind of a breadth of scope.
So a long player in the traditional sense of a long player.
Which is really rubbish. Like I don't know. I found that idea kind of a bit disgusting, but I found myself doing it. But yeah, I think I'm sort of drawing on different elements of the records that I really love, which are probably coming from a slightly folkier, less poppy place.
Mm-hmm.
But I think melody is kind of the key thing with what I'm doing, which is similar to the Pipettes in that sense.
Right. And how are you going about putting this all together? Are you drawing everyone together yourself? Are you putting it out yourself, or have you got a team around you helping you?
Bit of both, really. I'm sort of currently sort of without a record deal and all that sort of stuff. But I somehow managed to convince a few people that to give up their time for this project. I'm sort of nearly finished recording my album with my producer Lee Baker. I've got, you know, there's a few people kind of helping out, but it's quite a sort of cottage industry so far.
DIY touring.
Yeah, it's pretty kind of real.
My lungs are
But yeah, so I mean, that's not to say that I'm not kind of ambitious about the project, but I think that, you know, considering it's probably couldn't be a worse time to sort of think about putting records out, you know, considering the current climate and the fact that the record industry is kind of shitting itself on a daily basis. So we'll find a way of getting it out. It'll happen in some way or other. It'll be alright.
It'll be okay. That's okay then. As long as you've got confidence.
I mean, I think that I've sort of spent. I just sort of feel like I don't really care, like, if this is like, even if this was a sort of total disaster, I just sort of feel like it was something that had to happen. I mean, at the very least, I will have the record I can hold in my hand that I can say I've made, and
maybe another copy.
Yeah, maybe 2, maybe 1. Yeah, 5 for the band, and we're having a really great time sort of playing together, and so, you know, what can you ask for, really?
What's the reaction been for the shows you've done so far?
Kind of.
I was going to say something silly.
I mean, obviously there's going to be a certain percentage of the audience that are going to see you, the Pipettes.
Yeah, I think potentially people come to the gigs with a certain view of what, coloured by what I did in the past, and it very much isn't that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been quite vaguely being quite positive, actually. I think.
Good word. Yeah,
I think
I think people are quite surprised.
Yeah, and I suppose, you know, obviously, you know, people don't know the songs, so there's a kind of an element of people just sort of listening, as a, you know, it's not kind of people kind of singing along and dancing around and all that sort of stuff. But it's quite it's a nice challenge to sort of be playing to sort of people that don't really know, that have any real preconceptions in a way. It's quite a liberating thing.
It's nice going across the country.
Yeah.
Just like getting out of there.
Yeah, I really kind of, it really doesn't, I kind of don't feel like there's anything much to, I don't have to worry about kind of conforming to any particular idea of what I should be at this stage, which is quite a nice place to be in.
Cool.